Welcome back to Ad America TV. My name is Jasmine. I'm one of the e-guides at Ad America, and I would like to welcome all of you joining us today. We hope you all are doing great. So for those of you joining us today for the first time, Ad America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, and our mission is to provide a space for young Indonesians to learn more about the United States. We have temporarily moved to a digital platform, so you can still enjoy all of our events at the comfort of your own home. So for today, we will be discussing leading in global music trends, how the internet has preserved Indonesian-American artistic connections with Hugo Schneider and Andmesh. But before we begin, as usual, in all of Ad America's events, I would like to share with you our social media quiz for today. So the question for today is, if not for the pandemic, Rich Brian and Nikki would have been the first Indonesians to perform at which music festival? Is it A, Lollapalooza, B, Coachella, C, Glastonbury, or D, Woodstock? For those of you who would like to join our social media quiz for today, you can comment on each social media platform that you are joining us today on our Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. And for those of you who got the answer correctly, we will give a live shout out at the end of the program. And also for those of you joining us on Instagram, don't forget to take a selfie and tag us at AT America to share with everybody that you're having a great time with us today. All right, without further ado, let's invite our moderator for today, Mas Reza Al-Qadri.
Hi. How you doing? Apa kabar? Hope you're all having a great time. My name is Reza Al-Qadri, and I'm going to be the moderator for today's event, where we're going to be talking about leading in global music trends, how the internet has preserved Indonesian-American artistic connections with Hugo Schneider, and of course, Andmesh. Before we begin, let's introduce our two speakers. The first one is going to be Hugo Schneider. He is a composer, music producer, and director, and most of his work, you can check it out his YouTube channel, which is Hugo Schneider. Created in October 2007 and now has 13.1 million subscribers, or even more, and over 600 million views and more. And Kurt was born in Baltimore in 1988. I'm sorry if I accidentally tell you your age, Kurt.
It's all good.
And he was born in Baltimore, grew up in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and became involved with musical theater in high school and quickly developed a love of music and performance. He majored in mathematics. That's what I want to ask you. Why mathematics, man? I mean, you're a musician. Why the heck you learned about math, man?
I always loved mathematics. When I was little, I loved all sorts of things that you might think of as nerdy, math, playing chess, solving puzzles. And,
Okay.
I still do, but I also loved music. I didn't know exactly where my career would take me or what would take off. Going for music is kind of a difficult thing, but I'm glad it worked out.
Well, all right. He's a math freak and, of course, a musician as well. Creating content on his YouTube channel since 2009. Got a known production company, Noodle House Studio. And in 2011, he moved to Los Angeles, where he lives and works, composing, producing, performing, and directing. Right now, we got Hugo Schneider. Hi.
What's up? Thank you so much for having me.
And we're not going to be talking to Kurt alone because we got another star. He is one of the biggest stars in Indonesia right now. I'm not joking, man. His name is Andmesh Kamaleng, or a lot of people call him Ame. Gak apa-apa ya kalau dipanggil Ame ya?
Gak apa-apa.
He's an Indonesian singer, started his career and won the second season of Rising Star, a national singing competition back in 2017. His debut single, Cinta Luar Biasa, has reached 211 million views on YouTube, which followed by his second single, Hanya Rindu, which has received 115 million views. And these singles went viral as the American musician Hugo Schneider did a cover of those two amazing songs. Well, right now, kita ditemenin bersama Andmesh. Woo!
Halo.
Hopefully, a lot of you guys that are watching are clapping as well, because it'd be awkward if it's just me who's clapping. Yeah, a bit awkward. Kita ditemenin barengan sama kedua musisi kita. We got these two musicians, amazing musicians, amazing artists. But first of all, want to talk a little bit more about Kurt. Jadi, Andmesh, we got another session for you coming up. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Before that, I want to talk a little bit about Kurt. Sebelumnya, apa kabar for Kurt?
Baik-baik, makasih.
I noticed that you've been learning Bahasa Indonesia, and you got a video, a little bit about tutorial about how to speak in Bahasa. So, from a scale of 1 to 10, how great is your Bahasa right now?
Aku gak tahu, mungkin 5. 5 aja.
Tapi kamu ngomongnya pakai bahasa Indonesia, so I think it's gonna be even more than 5. So, what made you want to learn about Indonesian language, about Bahasa at first? Was it because a lot of your viewers are from Indonesia, or because you're attracted to the culture itself?
I mean, I love learning languages. So, before Indonesian, when I was in college, I also studied Spanish, and, I picked up Chinese as well. But yeah, I think there's obviously there's so many people from Indonesia on YouTube. And I think the Indonesian representative on YouTube is really, you just look in the comment section on a video on YouTube, and you can just see there's a lot of people who are from Indonesia and really proud. And I just want to be able to speak to, everyone who's a fan of me. So I decided I try to learn Bahasa,
Well, I respect that. Thank you very much for learning our language. And hopefully this can connect you to more amazing talents and more amazing followers of yours. I mean, when we talk about followers, when we talk about subscribers, we got to talk about YouTube. I mean, you got millions of followers and millions of subscribers right now. But let's start it off from the beginning. How do you start it as a YouTube artist? And what made you want to do covers? What made you want to make art and made a video out of it from YouTube?
Totally. When I was in college, I had a college job. I was working in a recording studio. Okay. And I had access to all this great equipment, like fancy microphone, all this stuff. And I was just recording music, and I was recording, my friends who were great singers. And YouTube was kind of starting out at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube had already been around for a few years, but it wasn't like really, really big yet.
Yeah.
And I just figured, let me try to upload some videos on this new website, YouTube, and let's see what happens. And yeah, by the time I graduated, there were enough people following me where I figured I should give it a shot. I should just try to make this work.
So when did you notice that it blowed up? Like your channel blowed up?
I guess, by the time, it was kind of my senior year of college. So I'd been doing YouTube for a year at that point already. And I think I had maybe like 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers, which to me, I felt really good about. Obviously, nowadays, like 3,000 subscribers or 3,000 views on a video is like nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. But that senior year, I went from that 2,000 or 3,000 to maybe like 100,000 by the time that I graduated.
Wow.
So I figured, if I had 100,000 people watching me, I maybe, let me not use that math major just yet. Let me try to make some music first.
Funny you mentioned about your college. Funny you mentioned about math. I mean, you graduated from Yale. I mean, it's not just some ordinary college. It's Yale University, and you majored in math. I mean, that's such a huge deal. I mean, from math to music. I mean, you always have a passion about music as well. But talk about math. So why math of all those other majors? Why math, man? I mean, math is hard for me. I mean, I get C on math, man. I mean, that's the best I can do.
I understand, and I think I'm the weirdo here because I actually genuinely like math. Like I still enjoy math, and I still look at kind of math videos and try to you know, I guess I crave that sort of like logical part of the brain too, just like exercising that. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that's why I enjoy learning languages too. I feel like it also sort of stimulates that sort of logical part of the brain somehow. But yeah.
Okay. So here, in an alternate universe where you're not a musician and you got a major in math, you graduate from Yale, what will you be doing?
Oh man, Nate, probably something really boring. I'd probably be like, I don't know, an analyst somewhere in some company on. Yeah, it wouldn't be as much fun.
Okay. If you're gonna be an analyst, you're not gonna be able to meet Andmesh and be talking in here with us. So
exactly, definitely would not be as much fun.
Okay. So talking about the music as well, you know, you love music from the beginning. I saw from the studio you're still crunching some of the music itself. I mean, from the background, still working on a lot of projects.
This is my little home setup right here.
So, what made you want to be a musician at start? What's your inspiration and what's your role models when it comes to music?
You know, I always loved music. I enjoyed. I guess I grew up in kind of a musical family. My sister was a piano player, or is a piano player. Both my parents, while they weren't professional musicians, they were both, you know, interested in music. And yeah, I guess, you know, I was surrounded by music growing up, and in college, I just got more into it and was, you know, kind of getting into production and recording some of my friends. And um, then with the whole YouTube thing, I kind of just fell into it. I feel lucky. I was just kind of, you know, doing things I think on YouTube at the right time.
Okay. So internet is kind of like a funny thing. I mean, like you get millions of views, you get numbers, but you never like really met them in person. So
Yeah.
When you perform in front of a wide audience, how does it feel, man?
It's great. It's great, and I can't wait to do it again. I mean, it's
Are
very
you nervous
different.
at all? Are
Nervous?
you nervous?
Yeah.
Or are you excited? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like less nervous now than I used to be. But yeah, I mean, I think being nervous also isn't necessarily a bad thing, unless, you know, being nervous, you know, really negatively affects you. But sometimes being nervous can like really kind of put you on edge in a good way too. So yeah, you know, I think I get a little nervous before playing live, but that's kind of part of the fun of it too, you know.
Okay. So it's kind of like a positive nervous.
Yeah, you know,
More excited about performance.
totally.
And the beauty thing about internet as well, I mean, we're here in Indonesia. We're talking to you right now in the States. And from the looks of it, you know a lot of Indonesian musicians, such as Andmesh that we're going to be talking about. And Andmesh is a mega star in Indonesia. I mean, from malls to like a little circle or a little corner around the town. I mean, people have been singing his songs, like literally. I mean, when you go into the cafe, somebody plays a song, and when you go to a supermarket, somebody plays a song. I mean, but you're there at the States, and he's here in Indonesia. How do you connect? How do you meet up, and how do you know Anmesh in the first place?
I think I know Andmesh because one, he's an awesome singer, and two, they're great songs. So everyone wants to play them. I mean, I I heard Hanya Rindu. That was the first song that I heard.
Okay.
And I just it was just a beautiful melody, and obviously he's got an amazing voice. So it's just you know, I wanted to do something for that song, and then also I really started listening to more of his music when I was learning Indonesian, and
Okay.
you know, it would like listening to songs is sort of just like a fun way to, you know, learn a language, and usually songs are a bit easier to understand than
Yeah, of course.
everyday
Because of the
speech.
melodies. Yeah.
Exactly, there's a melody, like it's not as fast paced. So um you know, for when I was learning and starting out, you know, listening to his songs like, you know, Cinta Luar Biasa and Yaman, Kumaudia. Yeah, I just fell in love with the music as well, so.
Okay. So were you learning at the time you're listening to Andmesh song, or Andmesh song made you want to learn Bahasa even more?
So when I did the cover of Hanya Rindu, I hadn't started learning Indonesian.
Okay.
And then after, like when I did Cinta Luar Biasa, which was later for me. Yeah, I was listening to that song so much because I was learning Indonesian, so I was just listening to a bunch of songs all the time. And yeah, I mean, I just love the melody, so I wanted to do it.
I mean, I've seen both of the videos, man, and I gotta tell you, you aced the accent, man. I mean, for a second, I was like, "Whoa, did he just really did that?" I mean, I thought you were just learning the words by words from listening to Andmesh's song, but turns out you learn Bahasa as well. So I mean, you're basically half Indonesian right now, man.
I don't know about that, but I'm just happy to be able to try to talk with as many people as possible. So.
Yeah. But how do you approach to Andmesh? Do you DM him on the social media or by YouTube or what?
No, this is our first time speaking with each other.
Really?
Right now, yeah. I mean, so this is the connection right here.
Okay. So apa namanya? Ini adalah pertama kalinya kalian.
Yeah, betul.
Wow. So it's gonna be amazing. I mean, you two got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But I understand you two have never met in person. So
no.
Before all this covers, you just found it out on Instagram and on YouTube and all the social media. So is it gonna be a collaboration between you guys anytime soon?
I don't know. I would love to. I mean, obviously, Andmesh is an incredible singer, and I would of course love to do whatever. But yeah, I mean,
So Andmesh is already smiling. So we got a positive cue over there. We're gonna talk about that later.
So we don't know.
Okay, nih kayaknya. Sebelumnya nih, sebelum kita ngobrol-ngobrol sama Andmesh, Andmesh sudah ngelihat dari YouTube. You've seen it on YouTube where Kurt did a cover of your song. So how about you just sing the rap version? Sing it in front of Andmesh. How about that? And Andmesh got to decide, is it great or not? Yeah.
I couldn't. Well, first of all, I should say I'm the producer. Just so you know. So the two singers singing, they're not me. I'm playing the instruments.
Okay.
So I don't think I will sing in front of such an amazing singer as Andmesh. it would be like trying to paint in front of Michelangelo or something.
Oh, but we'll get to that later. Well, of course, thank you very much for joining us. I mean, such an amazing story from you, Kurt, and we're gonna talk about you even more. But first, we got Andmesh here. He's already listening to you, and you guys have been talking a lot off camera. I mean, talking about Andmesh di sini. Sebelumnya, sekarang waktunya kita ngobrol-ngobrol barengan sama Andmesh. How you doing, Andmesh? Apa kabar?
I'm fine. Baik-baik saja, Kakak Reza.
Wah, ini kesempatan yang menarik. This is a very rare opportunity for us at America to be talking to you. First of all, kita tadi udah bilang kalau misalnya you are the winner from Rising Star. Ajang pencarian bakat yang ada di Indonesia di tahun 2017. Bisa dibilang itu adalah awal mulanya masuk ke industri musik kah? Atau sebelum itu Andmesh udah punya karir sebelumnya dan emang struggle sama karir di dunia musik?
Kalau untuk jadi profesional singers, itu awalnya, itu di tahun 2017, 2017, Ame mulai mengawali karir sebagai penyanyi profesional, dan banyak lika-liku juga, tapi akhirnya bisa sampai ke tahap ini sih bukan hal yang mudah.
So 2017 was the beginning of your career
Yeah.
as a musician, and look at you now, man. You got a lot of songs. I mean, two of your amazing songs have been covered and produced by Hugo Schneider. He has a beautiful cover of your song. How do you react about that? Gimana nih perasaannya bisa di cover sama musisi luar negeri gitu?
Thank you to love my song Hanya Rindu, and also Cinta Luar Biasa, Nyaman, and lainnya. Dan saya sangat mengapresiasi itu. I very appreciate that. Dan semoga itu menjadikan itu saya jadikan sebagai motivasi buat kedepannya bisa membuat karya-karya. Dan yang lebih luar biasanya lagi, saya sangat senang karena mereka bisa menyanyikan lagu itu dengan bahasa kita, bahasa Indonesia. Jadi kayak secara tidak langsung kan saya sebagai anak Indonesia bangga gitu. Kan biasanya kita anak Indonesia cover lagu-lagu luar, lagu dengan menggunakan in English lah. Tapi di sini mereka mengcover lagu Indonesia menggunakan bahasa Indonesia. Di situ di situ sangat luar biasa. It's very awesome for me.
Wow. So Andmesh is very grateful because the covers were made with Bahasa. I mean, he's very proud of it, and he is motivated. Now, that's because of you, Kurt. He is motivated to make more amazing songs. I mean, so you have to cover a lot more of his amazing songs after this.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. And before we move on to talk about Hanya Rindu dan Cinta Luar Biasa, it's two amazing songs. But we gotta talk about your journey in the music industry. Kan nggak mungkin Andmesh tiba-tiba langsung jedar dan punya banyak hits dan tiba-tiba terkenal di luar sana. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey in the music industry setelah Rising Star, setelah ajang pencarian bakat, gimana ceritanya sampai bisa ada di titik sekarang?
Jadi itu awalnya saya boleh cerita sedikit di 2014 nggak? Startnya ini dari 2014. Jadi 2014 tuh papa saya meninggal, habis itu saya kebetulan cowok satu-satunya dalam keluarga, dan saya berusaha dan menjadi kepala rumah tangga, dan akhirnya ada tawaran di salah satu ajang pencarian bakat, dan saya mengambil tawaran itu. Habis itu saya mengikuti audisi itu dan akhirnya menjadi juara, puji Tuhan. Terus di tahun 2017 saya merilis single pertama, tapi nggak begitu banyak yang tahu. Habis itu di 2018 itu menjadi tahun terburuk saya. Di 2018 awal kakak pertama saya meninggal. Habis itu di 2018 akhir merilis Cinta Luar Biasa, tapi belum langsung booming. Tapi di 2018 akhir ibu saya meninggal. Terus Cinta Luar Biasa itu mulai kerasa di awal Februari. Di awal Februari itu saya merilis membuat lagu Hanya Rindu, menulis lagu Hanya Rindu. Akhirnya dirilislah di bulan di bulan Maret, sorry. Akhirnya rilis lagu itu, dua lagu itu membuat Andmesh dikenal banyak orang, dan akhirnya Andmesh manfaatin momen itu untuk merilis begitu banyak lagu, contohnya dari Nyaman, Ku Mau Dia, dan akhirnya mempunyai album Cinta Luar Biasa.
Wow. So it's all based on his personal life, from the grandmother, from the family. I mean, after the Rising Star, after all the success, I mean, he got more in store because he got an album which is also at the top of the charts in Indonesia right now. So you got more in store after this. Karena Andmesh kayaknya nggak cuma berhenti sampai di sini aja ya. Sekarang juga apalagi di masa lagi pandemi seperti ini kan, you stayed at home during the pandemic, and you stayed at the studio. I mean, you basically making a lot of music right now. Is that true?
Iya, benar. Jadi menjadi lebih produktif karena pandemi ini juga ya membuat kita punya banyak waktu ya buat membuat lagu, memproduksi lagu, dan kedepannya semoga bisa menjadi produser besar di Indonesia, amin.
Okay. Jadi besides a singer, you want to be a big time producer as well. So hopefully there's gonna be a transfer of knowledge between singers and a producer from Kurt and Andmesh himself.
Let's do it.
And
I want to talk my producer.
And of course, Cinta Luar Biasa dan Hanya Rindu. These two songs who Kurt covered on the YouTube channel. Besides Bahasa, there are some parts that was sang in English. ada beberapa bagiannya yang
Yeah.
dinyanyikan dengan bahasa Inggris. Kalau Andmesh sendiri ngedengar lagu tersebut dan ngelihat itu, tapi di cover juga dalam bahasa Inggris, kepikiran nggak? Oh ternyata bunyinya kedengarannya kayak gitu.
Nah, sebenarnya di setiap lagu sebelum Hanya Rindu itu pengen bikin English versionnya, cuman kayak ke skip gitu. Terus akhirnya idenya dipakai sama Kurt. Terus akhirnya kayak wow, it's amazing. Jadi kayak Anes langsung kayak kayaknya emang mungkin harus collaboration. Jadi kayak biar lebih mudah aja gitu karena emang Anes juga ke skip terus kan sebelum pandemi. Kalau sekarang kan ya banyak waktu kan. Jadi, semoga aja ada kolaborasi juga.
Okay, so you were planning to make an English version of your song, but Kurt's the one who did that first, and you got inspired by that. I mean, probably after this, you're gonna make an English song. How about that? Kayaknya no, I mean, Andmesh ya. Abis ini kayaknya Andmesh mau bikin lagu bahasa Inggris kayaknya.
Aduh.
Tapi itu
maybe.
Udah ada di pikiran belum? Ya? Udah ada di pikiran nggak sih untuk menciptakan lagu dengan bahasa Inggris?
Kalau untuk bahasa Inggris sih belum sih. Mungkin pakai bantuan dari teman-teman yang lebih paham karena Andmesh juga masih belajar kan. Jadi ya, kalau misalkan nanti ada bantuan atau maybe featuring with Kurt. Yeah, maybe we don't know yet.
So probably this is gonna be the bridge between the collaboration of you two, yeah. Andmesh gonna sing the English part, and you're gonna produce a song in Indonesian, and you're gonna collide that together to one beautiful song.
Bagus banget.
And I'm gonna be the mastermind. We got a lot of questions, of course. A lot of you guys watching us right now live from our social media. Kita lagi live di YouTube juga. There are a lot of questions about you guys. We're gonna read some of the questions yang udah ada dari YouTube kita, salah satunya. Ini adalah pertanyaan dari YouTube. Anastiara Adina Restu. Are there any projects in the future for Kurt and Andmesh?
Oh man, there's always more projects. I feel really lucky that I'm still able to work from home during the situation that's going on right now. So always kind of making more videos all the time on the good old YouTube and now TikTok and other platforms as well. So yeah, always crazy songs coming up. Hopefully next year I'll even get the chance to go to Indonesia, but I don't know.
Kalau dari Andmesh gimana nih?
Why not? I'm really happy when we can collaborate. Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully there's gonna be a project together really soon. Okay, berikutnya ada pertanyaan. So we got a question from Evelyn Surbakti. She wanna ask you, Kurt, but she wanted me to read it in bahasa.
Okay. Gak masalah.
Gak masalah. Mau nanya ke Kurt, gimana rasanya live di jam dini hari?
Di jam dini hari. Dia tahu sekarang jam 12 lewat 30 menit. Tapi biasanya aku mungkin jam 2 tidur. Jadi ini nggak terlalu malam untuk.
Oke, terus next question dari Evelyn adalah bagaimana pengalamannya belajar bahasa dan mungkin baca komen-komen dari orang Indonesia. By the way, I love his video editing all time, Timex.
Oh, awesome. Pertanyaan yang pertama tentang pengalamanku belajar bahasa Indo. Aku merasa bahasa Indo lebih gampang daripada bahasa-bahasa lainnya. Untuk belajar karena grammarnya enggak terlalu susah untuk belajar dan apalagi bahasa Indo pakai banyak kata-kata dari bahasa Inggris. Jadi untukku mungkin nggak sesusah bahasa-bahasa lainnya. Ya, nah di sini karena aku tinggal di California, aku nggak punya banyak kesempatan untuk latihan bahasa ini. Jadi karena itu bahasa Indoku nggak selancar bahasa-bahasa lainnya. Tapi aku bisa pakai beberapa website untuk
translate.
enggak untuk ketemu dengan orang lain ya. Orang misalnya ya kadang-kadang mungkin seminggu 2 kali ya aku coba ngobrol-ngobrol dengan orang Indonesia.
Oke.
Ya.
Jadi mungkin abis ini bisa coba lebih sering ngobrol sama Andmesh nih. Soalnya
mungkin. nanti ya.
Oke.
Ada sesi ngobrol sama Andmesh supaya Kurt juga bahasa Indonesianya makin lancar. Habis kalian dibikinin
bisa
lagu
lancar juga
Indonesia.
Bikin lagunya.
Rencana yang bagus sekali.
Okay. Next question is for to you guys from @Donny_Donny_Done. Okay, Donny Done. Funny username. Untuk Andmesh and untuk Kurt, how to make or produce music with simple equipment. Kalau dari Andmesh dulu nih. Gimana caranya membuat musik dengan equipment atau peralatan yang simple? Gimana caranya membuat atau memproduksi musik dengan peralatan yang simple?
Apa namanya? Jadi kalau Andmesh sendiri sih mungkin ya. Contoh kayak keyboard doang ya, itu kan menurut Andmesh simple kan. Jadi membuat musik itu nggak harus megah, nggak harus punya banyak alat dan lain sebagainya. Cuman musik itu dari hati. Jadi ketika kita mainin mungkin bisa ini pun ketikan jari pun bisa jadi musik. Jadi menurut Andmesh itu juga bisa menjadikan satu lagu. Yang penting kita bikinnya dari hati, karena itu bakal nyampe ke hati. Karena kalau misalkan kita cuma bikin doang, terus kita bikin musik hanya untuk menunjukkan bahwa kita jago main musik, kita jago produksi musik, percuma dengan orang yang bikin musik pakai hati, terus dia bisa nyampein dan orang bisa nyampe ke hati juga. Karena musik itu dari hati, bukan dari jagonya kita, seberapa jagonya kita enggak. Music is from heart.
Music comes from the heart, no matter what the equipment is, even a flick of a finger, it could count as a beat, as a music. So it's not about the equipment, it's about how you pour your heart into the music. Okay. Little question for you, Andmesh. Kalau inget zaman dulu nih, waktu awal-awal berkarir, bikin musiknya, berkaryanya lewat apa nih? Gitaran, atau mungkin piano seperti yang di Andmesh bilang, atau gimana?
Kalau sendiri belum punya gitar dan kebetulan alat musiknya masih di kampung kan. Jadi mainnya pakai handphone. Handphone, and I download piano application piano.
Oh, okay.
And then I play the piano, and I make membuat lagu baru.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Andmesh is using an app instead of just a ordinary guitar or a piano, because back in his hometown, all he got is his smartphone. So he downloaded the app and made song out of it. I mean, from a simple app can turn into an amazing song. So it's just from the heart. So the key is pour your heart into music. Wow, nice. Yes. Andmesh, thank you for the answer. Yeah. And next one is from Kurt. I mean, Kurt got a different perspective, I think. How to make and produce music with simple equipment, according to Kurt.
Aku setuju dari bikin musik dari hati. Mungkin hal yang paling penting. Nah, awalnya pas aku mulai mengupload video di YouTube, aku sering pakai mungkin hal-hal aneh untuk bikin musik, kayak pakai cangkir, atau car keys, HP ku untuk bikin musik. Jadi kalau kalian nggak punya alat-alat yang mahal banget, itu nggak masalah. Kalau kalian pakai kreatifnya, itu lebih penting daripada alatnya. Alat-alat.
So you talk about getting some samples from the sounds of a cup and sounds from other equipments, basically that you got in your house. Yeah. The question is, what's the weirdest sample you ever taken?
Aku gak tahu. I've used a lot of weird ones.
Yeah.
Basketballs.
Okay, basketballs.
Yeah. Oh, I made a whole song with a bike.
With a bike?
Yeah.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah, a bicycle.
What?
A bicycle.
Okay.
And like I would pluck like the brake strings, make kind of like the bass line, and use like all the sounds of the wheels spinning and the bell of the bike, and like take the bike in weird ways. Yeah, I made a whole track with a bike. So, yeah.
That's probably on the top of your list. I mean, have you ever made a song from a bike? I have. That's crazy, man. Hopefully it's going to be an inspiration for people. It's not about the equipment, but it's your creativity. And of course, like Andmesh said, if you pour your heart into it, it's going to be an amazing song. All right. Thank you very much. Hopefully that answers the question from Donnie_Dunn. That question is done. Right. Moving on. Next question. we got a question from Instagram from @rimsky00. Mau tanya ke Andmesh, lagu favoritnya apa? What's your favorite song? Mungkin yang menginspirasi untuk membuat lagu, atau mungkin lagu favoritnya Andmesh sendiri dari lagunya Andmesh sendiri apa?
Hanya Rindu.
Hanya Rindu.
Okay. Because ada dengan adanya lagu Hanya Rindu, kan Hanya Rindu itu Andmesh bikin untuk membuat orang lain tuh sadar kalau misalkan kalau kita masih diberikan kesempatan bareng sama orang yang kita sayang, manfaatin waktunya, karena ketika mereka udah nggak ada, kita bakal nyesel-nyeselnya ketika kita belum banggain mereka. Jadi Hanya Rindu itu sangat spesial buat Andmesh. Dan I write this song 3 days after my mom passed away. Dan habis itu saya sengaja membuat lagu ini supaya mengobati rasa rindu untuk keluarga yang merasa sakit ketika ditinggalkan. Jadi ketika saya rilis lagu ini pun banyak orang yang terwakilkan dan berterima kasih karena ketika lagu ini ada, mereka terobati rindunya. Jadi ini sangat berarti buat Andmesh, karena tujuan Andmesh pun membuat karya ya membuat banyak orang bahagia ketika mendengarkan lagu-lagu Andmesh. Jadi itu sangat luar biasa lagu ini. Dan itu motivasinya juga. Dan tentunya benar-benar sama nih. Orang-orang jadi bahagia banget ketika dengerin lagu Anda. Pasti Ibunda akan sangat bangga sekali untuk lagu ini. Amin. Oke, kalau dari Kurt, what's your favorite song from Andmesh besides those 2 cover songs you did?
Mungkin selain Hanya Rindu dan Cinta Luar Biasa, mungkin Nyaman.
Okay.
Aku juga suka Ku Mau Dia. Dan untuk selain Andmesh, untuk lagu favoritnya klasiknya, aku suka Don't Stop Believing.
Wow.
Yeah, really old song, but I don't know. I love it.
Okay. Tapi kelihatan ya Kurt berarti emang dengerin banyak banget lagu-lagu dari Andmesh juga ya, sampai tahu lagu-lagunya ya.
Yeah, when I was learning Indonesian, I listened to that whole Cinta Luar Biasa album.
The whole album. Wow, not just the hit. I mean the whole album. That's great, man. Wow. Andmesh langsung senang banget nih pas ini. Bangga. Thank you very much for the answer. And itu dia jawaban dari pertanyaannya Rimsky 00. sekarang kita masuk ke pertanyaan berikutnya. This one is from a YouTube comment on our YouTube live. Hai, untuk Kiki Nona. Hai Kiki Nona. Nah, ini pertanyaannya, apakah Kurt akan berkolaborasi dengan Andmesh ataukah ada sebuah project yang dilakukan bersama Andmesh? Ini they're trying to dig up some facts about you two.
mungkin di masa depan.
Mungkin di masa depan, tapi obviously you're gonna do something together. I mean, you guys met officially in person right now, and obviously you got a lot of talk about music and about songs and about album as well. I mean, about producing. Jadi nggak menutup kemungkinan untuk kalian berdua sebenarnya berkolaborasi gitu ya.
Yeah.
We can make it real. I want to talk to my producer.
Awesome.
Awesome. tapi kan begini, biasanya kalau dua orang berkolaborasi, usually when two people collaborate with each other, it's because they admire of each other. Like, I mean, Andmesh pasti punya hal yang dikagumi dari Kurt, and Kurt got something to admire from Andmesh as well. Kalau dari masing-masing nih, kalau dari Andmesh, apa yang ngebuat Andmesh tuh kagum sama musiknya Kurt?
Mainnya ya, Kurt tidak, tapi Kurt mengenakan lagunya, jadi kayak walaupun itu jadi kayak lagunya Andmesh, tapi Kurt membuat itu jadi rasanya Kurt. Jadi Kurt dia punya aransemen tersendiri yang jadi kayak apa namanya, ya itu Kurt banget gitu.
Jadi karakternya tetap berasa gitu ya?
Iya.
Oke. Kalau dari Kurt sendiri apa nih?
Nah, tentu saja suara Andmesh bagus banget, enak banget. Tapi juga rasa liriknya, gimana bilang dalam bahasa Indonesia, terharu. Aku nggak tahu gimana bilang dalam bahasa Indonesia. Tapi moving, very moving.
Oke. Terharu, tergoyah,
terharu, ya.
Atau sedikit galau jadinya ya. Galau, gitu ya. Jadi he can move people's heart with the song.
Ya.
Itu yang kalian sama-sama kagumi dari masing-masing. Itu dia jawaban dari Kiki Nona, dari pertanyaan dari Kiki Nona dari YouTube Live. Thank you very much for the question, Kiki Nona. Next is a question for Kurt dari Fabiana Safira, especially for Kurt. Kapan mau bikin lagu original pakai bahasa Indonesia?
Mungkin nanti ya aku coba pakai bahasa Indo untuk bikin lagu original. Aku juga mau bilang hi Babi. Aku kenal dia.
Oh gitu. Jadi kayaknya udah ditagih-tagih ya untuk bikin lagu Indonesia ya.
Semoga nanti ya aku coba pakai bahasa Indo untuk bikin lagu. Nah, mungkin sekarang bahasa Indoku gak cukup lancar. Aku gak tahu.
Udah lumayan lancar. Udah sounds like an Indonesian.
Makasih.
I'm curious, Kurt. I mean, you're fluent in Indonesia right now. You're fluent in Bahasa, and you did some covers in Bahasa as well. But besides Bahasa, any other language that you ever sing, or you ever covered any songs?
Yeah, I've done some stuff in Chinese. My Chinese is probably better than my Indonesian. Okay. I've just been learning it longer, and just feel more comfortable speaking it. It's just only because I've been learning it for a longer time. But yeah, I mean, I just learning languages is just a hobby. It's sort of also just a way of like relaxation almost. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but yeah, I hope to learn more languages too. So
wow, I mean, hopefully abis ini juga, karena selain bahasa kan kita punya bahasa daerah di Indonesia.
Aku tahu. Ya.
Andmesh juga dari Nusa Tenggara Timur ya, Andmesh ya?
Makanya, iya.
Iya kan? Pasti kan dia pembahasa kan banyak toh?
Ya, dia pembahasa beda. Jadi tidak kayak logat bahasa. Jadi
logatnya.
Indonesia punya begitu banyak logat dan bahasa di setiap daerah.
Oke. Jadi banyak banget yang bisa dieksplor. Tentunya Fabiana menunggu bahasa Indonesianya. Mudah-mudahan habis ini Kurt langsung terpacu to make an Indonesian song. Okay. Next is from an Instagram with the account of @Fidelia Maria. How do you use your talent to make people notice your ability being an artist, especially if you're still a newbie? Dari Andmesh dulu nih, gimana caranya biar orang-orang tuh bisa notice gitu kalau misalnya kita punya karya, apalagi kita masih baru. Kan Andmesh juga kan berawal dari nol nih. Supaya orang bisa notice tuh gimana tuh Andmesh?
Tergantung tujuannya sih. Kalau Andmesh kan tujuannya berkarya aja terus. Mau berkarya sampai orang suka. Jadi kalau misalkan tujuannya pengen ngenalin Andmesh-nya, itu beda lagi. Kalau pengen ngenalin karyanya itu beda lagi gitu loh. Jadi kalau Andmesh benar-benar tujuannya untuk berkarya, nggak apa-apa kalau misalkan awalnya gitu. Jadi orang lebih kenal karyanya Andmesh, baru kenal Andmesh-nya itu siapa. Jadi kalau Andmesh sih masih dari tujuannya awalnya Andmesh ya. Andmesh pengen berkarya aja terus sampai kapanpun, sampai orang benar-benar kenal Andmesh. Jadi kalau terkenal pun itu bonus menurut Andmesh. Yang penting Andmesh melakukan passionnya Andmesh. Andmesh suka berkarya dan Andmesh mau ngembangin bakatnya Andmesh. Jadi ya tujuannya Andmesh berkarya. Orang kenal Andmesh dan Andmesh terkenal itu bonus.
So fame is just a bonus. I mean, the main thing when you want to make an art form, when you want to make an artwork, is you just go for it because you like it, because you love it, not because you want to reach out to fame, not because you want to reach out to numbers, not because you want to reach out to followers. So it's all about the purpose. Jadi kalau kata Andmesh adalah seperti itu ya, tujuannya yang paling penting. Alright, for Kurt, so how do you make people notice your ability of being an artist, especially if you're still a newbie?
Ya, mungkin coba bikin video-video sedikit berbeda daripada orang lainnya, atau lagu-lagu sedikit berbeda-beda, punya style sendiri gitu loh. Awalnya aku coba, aku udah bilang tentang bikin musik dengan bicycle atau hal-hal aneh. Aku juga coba merekam video dengan mungkin merekam secara berbeda daripada orang lainnya, kayak one takes atau these like really involved long shots gitu loh. Aku mau pas orang lain lihat videoku, mereka tahu itu stylenya Kurt ya, itu video Kurt ya.
Jadi yang penting harus punya karakter. Besides the song itself, besides the music itself, I mean you gotta concentrate on how you take the video, how you make a character out of your art. So people can notice, oh, it's Kurt, oh, it's you, not just another artist. So you gotta have your own character. All right, thank you for the answer untuk Andmesh dan juga Kurt. Itu dari pertanyaan dari Fidelia Maria from our Instagram, because we are now live on Instagram as well. You can say hi to the people of Instagram and YouTube.
What's up, Instagram?
Okay. Pertanyaan berikutnya adalah from YouTube. This one is from YouTube. Anna53. This one is for Kurt. Kurt, you started with a lot of song covers in your YouTube channel. Are you going to stick to covering songs, or are you going to make your own music and publish it? And how will you develop your YouTube channel in the future? So it's actually a two-part question.
Yeah, good question. When I was starting out, I did a lot of, the first thing that really took off for me was when I was doing these mashups. So I do like mashups of like the first video that ever went viral was this Michael Jackson mashup.
Yeah,
I took, 20 songs and I smashed them all in minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing these mashups, they always, that was something where it's like you take something that people know, but you give it to them in a way they haven't heard it before. I also I love making original music too, and I produce for a lot of singers. So like one really enjoyable project was when I produced my friend Sam Shui's album.
Yeah.
Who's an incredible singer.
Yeah, shout out to Sam.
Yeah, shout out to Sam, who's awesome. And yeah, so in the future, what will I do? I feel really blessed that I get to wake up and kind of do what I love every day. So, I'm sure that will be making some masters, making some covers, and also making original music,
Wow.
maybe something in Indonesian, who knows?
That's another clue for you guys. But which one do you feel more comfortable about? Covering song or producing a song that was from another singer, or made your own from scratch?
I mean, they're kind of different. They're both fun, honestly. I mean, I recently put out a little song that I wrote myself on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I'm always making something crazy. So I'll be writing more songs, and I'll be covering more songs, and I'll be just producing with a whole bunch of singers, maybe producing some songs with singers that they wrote. So who knows? I just love making music. So.
So when it comes to music, it's your favorite. So I mean, everything goes. Whether it's
Yeah,
cover, your own song. I mean, you just love the music.
Yeah, I just love producing good music.
And probably there's a tips for Anafi Fikri about how to develop your YouTube channel in the future.
I mean, I would really say just try to do something a little different than everyone else. I mean, I understand. Like, I feel very lucky that I started back in the beginning when I was starting out. But one thing that I always thought about when I was making videos is just, why does someone want to share this video? What's different about this video that makes someone want to share it? Yeah. So, and also just perseverance, do it. Like, yeah, seminggu sekali, yeah.
Okay, consistent, yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep posting your videos on YouTube, keep posting your videos, keep posting your art form, and hopefully there's gonna be something after that.
Yeah.
As long as you're consistent on posting that.
Yeah.
Alright. Kalau dari Andmesh sendiri nih, kan Andmesh juga kan dulu pasti sering nge-cover lagu gitu ya.
Iya.
Sebelum punya karya sendiri, ya kan? Gimana nih? Kalau sekarang sebenarnya masih suka nge-cover lagu nggak sih? Atau ada nggak sih lagu-lagu yang lagi asik banget suka dimainin pas lagi gitaran atau lagi pianoan gitu? What's your favorite?
Kalau di rumah iya. Kalau di rumah sering-sering banget denger lagu yang sekarang tuh lagi banyak yang didengerin banyak orang, kan main terus apa? Nyenangin diri sendiri lah. Untuk kalau misalkan cover terus kita udah punya karya sendiri, jadi kayak malas bikin cover kayak gitu. Ada rasa kayak gitu nanti.
Benar. Jadi ya nggak apa-apa sih.
Kalau udah punya karya sendiri jadi kayak.
Oke.
Iya.
Tapi berarti masih suka gitaran nyanyiin lagu sendiri kalau lagi di rumah gitu-gitu. Oke.
Suka. Sama teman-teman nyantai itu masih suka.
Aneh nggak sih rasanya kayak lagunya dinyanyiin sama teman-teman di sekitar, atau malah seneng kayak banyak yang mengapresiasi karya gue gitu.
Lebih ke gimana ya? Malu-malu kucing gak sih? Malu aja gitu pas dinyanyiin orang, terus kayak aduh ngapain sih nyanyi lagu ini gitu, tapi pengen dinyanyiin banyak orang, tapi pas dinyanyiin jadi kayak ngapain, kayak malu sendiri, kayak seneng tapi campur malu gitu loh.
Oke. Jadi di Andmesh shy cat, malu-malu kucing ya. tapi bener loh, maksudnya a lot of musicians out there covering your songs. I mean, before the COVID-19, I mean, when we go into a cafe, biasanya ada live band. Usually, people sing and did a cover, or a lot of people request. I mean, usually your song always comes around. I mean, such a blessing to have a song like that.
Luar biasa sih.
Okay. Next question is from Putra Aditya and Adeline. It's actually not a question, but a comment from Facebook. You're also live from Facebook. So the question or the comment is Kurt and Andmesh should produce a song together. Yo, man, I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people requesting this. I gotta get it done. I mean,
Why not?
why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. So
Oke, terima kasih untuk komennya Putra Aditya dan juga Adeline Citra Negara from Facebook. Thank you very much for the comment. And next one is a question from our YouTube live from Priscilia Widat. Untuk Kurt kan sering cover lagu di berbagai negara. Gimana sih bisa ketemu atau nyari musik baru? How do you found out this new music from another countries?
ya biasanya di YouTube atau Spotify. Mungkin Spotify dan YouTube sharing gimana bilang recommend banyak menyaran banyak lagu-lagu berbeda dari negara-negara lainnya. Aku nggak tahu gimana aku pas kali yang pertama aku dengar lagu Hanya Rindu. Aku nggak tahu, tapi mungkin di YouTube di recommendations di YouTube aku lihat video itu dan mengklik dan setelah ya.
So maybe because you search a lot of other musicians from another country, somehow YouTube or Spotify
mereka tahu.
Songs from another country, another musician, or did you like by purpose like type hits Indonesia or like hits Croatia or hits some countries? Do you purposely did that?
Later when I was learning Indonesian, I did because I just wanted to listen to Indonesian songs.
Okay.
When I came across Hanya Rindu, I wasn't really intentionally looking for anything. YouTube just recommended it. So, yeah, I mean, maybe YouTube probably knows. I listen to a lot of just music, and a lot of it is from other countries. So, yeah, I don't know. They just recommend me stuff.
Tapi kalau dari Andmesh sendiri, Andmesh taunya kalau misalnya Kurt itu nge-cover lagunya Andmesh itu dari mana taunya? Direkomend orang atau apa namanya? Ada orang yang ngasih tahu atau tahu sendiri gitu ya? Oh, I think we lost Andmesh.
Sorry.
Oke.
Ada problem sedikit tadi.
Oke. Gimana kalau Andmesh sendiri taunya?
Kalau Andmesh sendiri sih taunya dari tag-tagan di Instagram. Jadi di Instagram itu banyak yang nge-tag, terus akhirnya penasaran, dan akhirnya Andmesh lihat sendiri di YouTube. Penasaran, terus cari, sekiranya dapat tuh dengan versi yang membuat Andmesh, wow, beda banget ya. Dicampurin bahasa Inggris sama bahasa Indonesia, dan jadinya keren banget. Jadi kayak Andmesh langsung, dari situ Andmesh mulai kenal Kurt. And then I show another video dan lihat berbagai macam versi cover dari Kurt, dan emang berbeda daripada yang lain. Jadi itu jadi karakter dan ciri khasnya Kurt. Keren.
Wow. I mean, it's all thanks to the social media. It's all thanks to YouTube. I mean, internet is such a beautiful thing. I mean, we can connect each other, of course, by music, and of course with the connection of the internet. How crazy is that? Okay. Thank you untuk pertanyaannya. Nah, dari Priscilia Widat from our YouTube live. Thank you very much. And another question is from YouTube live from Camelia Aziza. It's actually a silly question. So you ready, Kurt?
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, "Hi, Kurt. This is such a silly question." That's what she said. This is such a silly question. So sorry in advance. How many vests do you have? Is there any favorite one?
Empat atau lima. Jadi nggak banyak.
Oh, nggak banyak. Okay.
Tapi biasanya aku pakai vest ini dan vest hitamku. Tapi aku juga punya vest dari Indonesia.
Okay. You got
Salah
a good
satu, ya, pas aku di Indonesia 5 tahun yang lalu di Jakarta, salah satu fansku very
Oh,
itu kepadaku.
they gave you an Indonesian vest.
Yeah, I should have actually worn it
Oh
tonight.
iya. Tapi itu apa? Motif batik atau motif apa?
Yeah,
Okay.
motif batik.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
But I guess I could say that's one of your favorites as well.
Yeah, I should have worn it. I should have worn it. I don't know why I didn't. That would be the perfect test.
Well, thank you. Pertanyaannya Camelia Aziza. And of course, we got another question. This one is from YouTube Live as well. Now, this one is from Kurt. And this one is for Kurt and for Andmesh, for both of you guys. Yang pertama, untuk Kurt, ada keinginan untuk mengcover lagu band Indonesia. I mean, for soloist, you got Andmesh. And do you got any bands from Indonesia that you want to cover?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a couple covers of Weird Genius songs. I don't know if you consider them a band necessarily.
A group, yeah.
But you know, a group. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, now fans often recommend songs to me on Instagram. So, you know, I love listening to music. So if anyone has recommendations of people or songs that I should listen to, you know, I'm always loving listening to stuff.
Okay. So just recommend it to Kurt, and he's gonna read it. And he's gonna watch it. Okay. Nah, untuk Andmesh nih, kalau Andmesh, kalau misalnya bisa nge-cover lagu bahasa Inggris, kira-kira yang lagi pengen di-coverin lagu apa sih?
Lagunya Luther Vandross kali ya.
Oke.
Dance with My Father.
Oke. Kenapa nih lagu itu spesial?
Jadi pengen banget dari dulu tuh cover lagu itu, tapi belum kesampaian terus ya. Jadi kayak sampai udah punya lagu sendiri terus udah malas cover, tapi pengen banget cover lagu itu, tapi dengan komposisi musik yang mau dibilang live ya. Jadi biar lebih keren.
Biar lebih grande gitu kelihatannya ya. Oke.
Lagu itu sih ceritanya dapat banget sama Andmesh sih. Andmesh kebetulan salah satu orang yang kalau mau nyanyikan lagu yang pernah Andmesh alamin, baru Andmesh mau nyanyi lagu itu.
Oke. Jadi harus ada ceritanya untuk kehidupannya gitu ya. Harus ada yang spesial gitulah ya. Baru mau dinyanyiin.
Benar.
Ya. Oke.
Yep.
Thank you jawabannya untuk Kirk dan juga Andmesh. Thank you very much for the question, Fajar Stefano. This one is a question from our YouTube Live. And we got another question. This one is from Instagram, from @agustina.noni. Agustina.noni. Hi. So the question is for Kurt. I watch in one of your videos how you can speak Chinese. So how many language can you speak?
I would say maybe just
let's count it.
English. I would only say English, Chinese, Indonesian, and Spanish.
Okay, 4.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know this and that from another language as well.
Hopefully in the future. I mean, if I can't like actually talk with people, like if I can't, you know, just be dropped into the country and be able to communicate with people, then it doesn't count. So
okay. So I mean you're basically fluent in 4 languages. So
I mean fluent kata ini artinya
lancar ya, lumayan
sesuatu
lancar.
Berbeda untuk orang berbeda. Jadi ya.
Tapi kalau misalnya biar bisa gampang untuk belajar bahasa luar negeri, bahasa lain tuh caranya gimana sih? Dengan you learn it from YouTube, or you learn it online, or you actually talk to the native speakers?
Ya, awalnya pas aku mulai belajar bahasa apapun, aku cuma coba dengar banyak bahasa ini. Jadi misalnya pas aku coba belajar bahasa Indo, aku nonton banyak video-video di YouTube dalam bahasa Indo. Aku dengar lagu-lagu Indonesia kayak lagu Andmesh. Nah, nanti mungkin bulan ketiga mungkin aku mulai coba ngobrol-ngobrol dengan orang lainnya. Tapi awalnya aku rasa atau aku merasa ngobrol tak sepenting dengarkan.
So the
Jadi
first few months, the steps is just to listen to the language yourself. I mean,
yeah,
and then when you can
input.
comprehend the words, I mean, you remember a lot of the sentences. I mean, you started to talk to the native speakers.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like watch stuff you like. And like aku rasa motivasi adalah hal yang penting banget.
Oke. Alright, itu dia pertanyaan dari Agustina Noni di Instagram. Thank you very much. Nah, kita punya pertanyaan berikutnya untuk Andmesh sama untuk Kurt. Nah, ini pertanyaan untuk Andmesh dulu ya kalau gitu ya. Pertanyaan untuk Andmesh ini dari YouTube. Butuh waktu berapa lama untuk bikin lagu Hanya Rindu?
Untuk Hanya Rindu sih Andmesh butuh waktu itu 15 menit kalau nggak salah.
15 menit.
Benar. Ya, ingat banget Andmesh di tanggal 2 Februari bikin lagu itu dan sambil nangis-nangis karena emang lagu yang benar-benar kita lagi alami dan benar lagi sakitnya kita bikin tuh mungkin bisa cepat. Kayak contohnya ada beberapa lagu juga yang mungkin hanya 30 menit. Saya bikin 20 menit itu memang benar langsung jadi. Jadi Rindu itu totally 15 menit Andmesh bikin langsung ngasih ke label terus pakai gitar doang dan akhirnya mereka suka.
Wow. Tapi ada yang prosesnya ternyata makan waktu lama banget nggak sih dalam proses pembuatan lagu?
Itu Kumau dia 3 tahun. Jadi
3 tahun.
Di 3 tahun yang lalu itu bikin cuman refnya doang. Abis itu 3 tahun kemudian buat Heart sama akhirnya menyelesaikan lagu itu. Jadi emang 3 tahun lagu itu baru jadi. Lengkapnya 3 tahun kemudian.
Jadi ternyata for Andmesh, for the song Hanya Rindu, it only takes 15 minutes because it was based on the personal experience. I mean, he just made it from scratch and he cried during the making of the songs. That's why we felt it because it came from the heart. Okay, thank you very much for the answer, Andmesh. Berikutnya question untuk Kurt. How long did it take for you to create the cover for both Andmesh's song?
Mungkin untuk Hanya Rindu, mungkin 1 hari untuk bikin tracknya, dan kira-kira 1 hari untuk merekam penyanyi-nyanyi dan merekam videonya. Jadi ya 2 hari.
Kira-kira. 2 hari untuk bisa akhirnya selesai proses segala macam semuanya sampai di post di YouTube akhirnya gitu ya.
Yeah.
Tapi ada nggak? Is there any cover songs that you did? I mean, it takes a lot of time. I mean, bisa jadi kayak beberapa bulan atau mungkin years probably.
Mungkin untuk ya, nah kalau aku pakai alat aneh banget, kayak misalnya 1 kali aku bikin lagu dengan M&M's, Candy itu,
the Candy ya.
Dan untuk video itu aku bikin gimana bilang dalam bahasa Indonesia, machine out of M&M's.
Nah, you made a machine out of M&M's.
Yeah. Machine itu besar banget. Now that video maybe took like a month just to make the machine, if not more. So it was essentially just like a giant M&M instrument piano type thing. So yeah, just so long to build.
Oke, oke. Yang penting akhirnya jadi karya dan akhirnya banyak orang juga yang akhirnya bisa menyaksikan itu ya.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you very much for the question. Itu dia pertanyaan. Tadi kalau Andmesh sudah jawab berapa banyak waktu yang dibutuhkan untuk bikin lagu Hanya Rindu. And for Kurt, tadi Andmesh bilang for Hanya Rindu, the song only took about 15 minutes of the process from scratch. And of course for Kurt, how long did it take to create the cover for both Andmesh's song? 2 days, 2 to 3 days for each of the songs that he made on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for the questions. I mean, wow, we got a lot of questions. I mean, people are eagerly waiting for your collaboration to happen. I mean, most of the comments
Go,
from
go.
the social media, they're waiting for the collaboration. But before the collaborations happen, we gotta have an inspiration. We gotta know where our creativity comes from. I mean, a lot of music came from a lot of inspirations as well. I mean, ini sesuai sama pertanyaan dari Rimski, one of the questions from Instagram. Biasanya kreativitas itu didapatkan dari mana? Dari Andmesh dulu nih. Kreativitas untuk Andmesh untuk membuat karya biasanya didapatkan dari mana?
Dari kalau Andmesh sih contoh kayak Hanya Rindu kan dari kenyataan apa cerita pribadinya Andmesh. Nah, bisa juga itu salah satunya, bisa juga lewat cerita dari orang lain juga.
Oke.
Ya, jadi kayak kalau Andmesh sih masih sebatas itu doang sih. Kalau untuk melihat benda terus dibikin lagu itu agak sulit ya.
Oke.
Jadi Andmesh masih main ya.
Tapi pernah nggak sih Mas ceritanya ada orang yang curhat, Andmesh, jadi kehidupan percintaan gua, my love life is getting really serious. I mean, I'm getting dumb. I mean, I'm single right now. I'm jomblo ngenes. I mean, and then you made a song out of that experience, out of people stories. Gimana ceritanya itu?
Ada, itu deep banget. Jadi waktu itu temen juga di Kupang, di Nusa Tenggara. Jadi dia menceritakan pengalaman hidupnya. Dia dia ditinggali sama kekasihnya, terus kekasihnya nikah sama orang lain, dan akhirnya Andmesh bikin lagu itu dan mungkin bakal dirilis di album kedua.
Oke, yo, that hurts.
Judulnya Bahagia Sendiri.
Bahagia. Wow. That just strike my heart so bad.
Ceritanya sadis banget sih, ceritanya tuh parah sih, kasihan dia.
Oke. Jadi
akhirnya dia datang ke rumah kan, pas Andmesh balik ke Kupang. Datang ke rumah terus dia bilang, kakak Ame, beta boleh cerita, beta punya pengalaman kah? Gitu. Nah, akhirnya Andmesh waktu itu moodnya juga mungkin lagi enak kan. Oke, ceritakan. Tapi dia bilang tolong dijadikan lagu biar bisa mewakili perasaanku dan biar dia bisa dengar katanya gitu. Dan akhirnya Andmesh bikin dan jadilah lagu itu. Dan lagu itu pun jadinya dalam waktu yang kalau nggak salah cepet banget ya, nggak sampai 1 jam lagu itu jadi. Emang sakit seperti perasaan itu, sakit
luar biasa.
Sakit, cinta
luar biasa sakit. Andmesh, berarti banyak ya yang suka curhat dan minta coba dong, siapa tahu ini jadi inspirasi untuk membuat karya gitu tuh, banyak yang curhat gitu ya?
Di DM juga banyak Kakak Reza, di DM Instagram tuh banyak yang minta, kakak bikin lagu dong, ceritaku kayak gini-gini. Bahkan ada juga yang sempat datang tadi malam minta dibikinin lagu tentang kisahnya dia sama istrinya dia. Iya.
So a lot of people been DMing, been sending message to Andmesh, telling stories about the personal life, I mean the love life. So we can conclude that a lot of people in Indonesia are heartbroken. Banyak yang galau-galau ya. Kalau dari Kurt sendiri, kreativitasnya biasanya dari mana untuk membuat sebuah karya?
Mungkin pas aku dengar suara unik banget, aku mungkin karena aku mungkin dianggap producer. Jadi kalau aku dengar suara unik atau aneh sekali, aku mau pakai suara-suara itu untuk bikin tracknya. Jadi ya if something makes sound, it's an instrument. Yeah, itu alat musik. Menurutku. Jadi, yeah. I guess
even a tap from a table, it can be a music.
Yeah, totally. So I don't know. I guess I get inspiration from just weird sounds that I hear. You know, the world has a lot of sounds.
Okay. Like you mentioned bicycle as one of the instruments that you use as a music. Besides that, I mean, what else, man? Can you tell us?
Oh, banyak. Silverware, bowls. You know, I've done a lot of stuff with car noises.
Okay.
You know, I did like a whole video in a car, and I've done that a couple times actually, just using sounds that the car makes.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of weird things. I mean, I had a watermelon on my desk earlier.
Okay.
I was using it to make some sounds.
You just put the mic on the watermelon and then it made a sound from your flick or some cut on the watermelon.
Yeah,
wow.
Totally. I'll just record weird sounds and then just mess with them. And you know, it sounds weird. It's a lot of fun. But you know, the most fun thing is when it sounds like the final result sounds good. So,
and a lot of the final results, you can listen to it and you can watch it on your YouTube channel. So make sure you guys who's watching us wherever you are, don't forget to subscribe to Kurt's YouTube channel, which is Kurt Hugo Schneider. That's a great way to promote.
Thank you so much.
Well, so sadly, that's the end of our Q&A because that's the last of our questions from our Q&A session. I mean, thank you very much. We got a lot of insights. We got a lot of stories from both of your experience. I mean, before we end this discussion, mungkin boleh dari Andmesh dulu nih ada closing statement. Mungkin juga sekaligus ngajak untuk dengar lagunya. Jangan lupa untuk nge-request dan kasih sedikit bocorannya. What's the next project untuk Andmesh?
Oke, dari Andmesh sendiri sih mau ngajak juga buat semua jangan lupa untuk terus berkarya. Jadi kayak untuk berkarya pun gunain hati kita untuk berkarya biar juga sampai juga ke hati nantinya. Terus untuk nextnya, sebelumnya sukses buat Kurt ke depannya, terus berkarya, pokoknya terus menginspirasi banyak orang lewat karya-karya luar biasanya. Dan nextnya Andmesh bakal kelarin albumnya Andmesh, album pertama, itu semua dijadiin music video. Terus abis itu album kedua akan di-start di awal tahun depan. Jadi agak berbeda genre musiknya yang dibikin, sound-soundnya yang dipakai juga agak berbeda. Jadi tungguin aja. Doain biar sukses dan lancar semuanya.
Amin. Mudah-mudahan lancar untuk semuanya. Kita tunggu untuk album terbarunya dan karya-karya terbaru dari Andmesh. Thank you. Dan Kurt, anything that you want to say to people watching us right now and probably the next project from Kurt himself?
Aku cuma mau bilang makasih kepada semua fansku, apalagi fansku dari Indonesia. Aku merasa bersyukur banget dan beruntung bahwa aku boleh setiap hari bangun dan bikin musik dan bikin lagu dan video-video untuk kalian. Jadi makasih.
Okay. Thank you very much for Kurt and also for Andmesh. Hope the best for the two of you, and hopefully from all of the requests for you guys to collaborate, it's gonna happen soon.
Amen, amen, amen.
I would love that. So I would seriously love that. Sounds great to me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So that was Kurt Hugo Schneider and of course Andmesh udah ngobrol-ngobrol barengan sama kita. Thank you very much. That was our discussion, leading in global music trends, how the internet has preserved Indonesian-American artistic connection with Kurt Hugo Schneider and Andmesh. And now I'm gonna give it away to the MC, Jasmine. Take it away. Reza Kadi signing out. Thank you very much, Andmesh. Thank you very much, Kurt. Stay happy.
Okay, thank you, Mas Reza, for moderating today's event, and also for Kurt and Andmesh for sharing with us today. So earlier in the event, I asked you a question. If not for the pandemic, Rich Brian and Nikki would have been the first Indonesians to perform at which music festival? And the answer is B, Coachella. And unfortunately, nobody participated in today's quiz, but don't worry, you guys can tune in next time at the beginning of the event where we share our quiz. So for those of you who don't want to miss out on Ad America's events, you can go to our website at www.adamerica.org.id and subscribe to our newsletter once a week. And also don't forget to follow us on our social media on our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channel. And also for those of you who maybe wonder how can you develop an awesome idea at an awesome place like Ad America, it's really easy. You can just go to our website at www.adamerica.org.id, select create a program, and go to collaborate with us. All proposals coming to us will be reviewed, and your event might be featured here soon. All right, everybody, have a nice day, have a great weekend, and see you at the next Ad America TV event. Bye-bye.